All right, peace and love, world. Welcome to another episode of Conversation with Zoe. This is episode 112, titled Zion Bannister. My
Yes,
boy.
sir.
You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you.
You know,
How you doing, my guy?
I'm great, man. I'm great. I'm more excited, more appreciative to be out here. I appreciate the
Welcome
time.
to New York, my boy.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Flew in from AZ.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This guy, if you don't know who he is the Texas Rangers international draft pick, one of his top picks.
You know it.
He's native of the Bahamas. You know what I'm saying? He's in high affiliate ball for Texas Rangers, and he's my brother in Christ. You know, my God. You know what I'm saying? Welcome, bro.
Man, thank you, brother. Thank you for having me.
Man, what you been up to lately?
Man, took some time off, really. Took some time off to, just gather my thoughts, kind of reflect on the year, reflect just on a part of the journey, you know. Man, that was big, and I think the biggest part of that probably came. I kind of took a little bit of that from my dad's book a little bit.
Yeah.
You got to be able to reflect on some things.
Yeah.
Got to be able to look back and just show your grace, show your gratefulness to Lord. Most importantly, but besides that, man, just been grinding.
I hear that. So, how was life growing up in the Bahamas?
It's great. People hear paradise as soon as they hear the Bahamas. I mean, it's paradise at the end of the day. That's home for me. So
yeah,
because that's the Bahamas, it's always gonna be paradise. But it has its ups and its downs. It's politics and it's not, and but at the end of the day, you just got to find what works best for you. And I think that's more important. Growing up, you got to find whatever works best for you. And thankfully, I had have a family and the support system and the understanding that they had and still have to when it came to where I want to be in life and what my goals are, what I'm chasing. So for them to also be able to bless me and give me an opportunity for God to be able to bless me with a family that is able to listen and give me an opportunity to what I want in my life too. And for them to allow me to call certain shots and see certain things that I want for my own personal life. That was the biggest part of it all for me, to be honest.
Historically, how does a sport like baseball get to the Bahamas? Like, is there like a story or, local?
Personally, I don't know if there's a story, but athletes is all over the Bahamas. Bahamas is definitely a home of so many incredible athletes, man. From the old timers to the new up and coming young cats, man. That's straight out the womb. Like they come in and they come in dangerous. The talent, more in particular when it comes to baseball that I'm seeing now. Like I just had a conversation with my dad the other day. I really and truly, I didn't expect to, to see the caliber of guys that's putting in that work, man. And they want to be something. They want to be somebody and they want to be somewhere in life. I think most importantly, everybody is someone in this world, I think. But at the end of the day, how are you gonna make your mark? And those guys and young ladies at the same time, man, they're striving and they're really competing. Like I see a lot of competitors, and it actually fires me up, man. It drives me because okay, it keeps me on my toes because I know these cats, they coming up. So if they coming, obviously it ain't room for everybody. So
that's a fact.
I gotta make sure that I stay on my P's and Q's. So
that's a fact.
It's big.
Did you hit in that home run derby that they had out there?
Oh yeah, I did.
Okay, so Josh Palacios in them.
Oh yeah.
That's my guy.
As soon as I landed, I was just thinking about hitting them up. I ain't gonna lie to you, but because the first thing I thought about was the bacon, egg, and cheese. And I talked to Richie more. Anything. I actually just spoke to Richie, I think, day before yesterday. But Josh he's a hell of a guy, man. Hell of a dude.
I think so this episode is gonna lead to Josh. Yeah. And hopefully that leads to Richie. You know what I'm saying? Richie's like the the stunner of them all. You know what I'm
Man,
saying? Like,
Richie is the celeb, man. You know,
yeah,
I
yeah,
call him the Yan.
yeah, yeah,
That's my dude, bro.
yeah,
I love him, man. He's very positive.
yeah,
Um, I learned a lot from him, and when I say that, it's not so much how to do things, it's more how to go about
mm-hmm.
certain things and how
Certain
to
things,
treat
yeah.
other people and how to
Hmm.
just treat yourself, man. He's that guy.
So, what does character mean to you?
Mm, that's a big question.
Yeah.
Never been asked that before, but in my opinion, I think character has a little bit to do with personality as well.
Hmm.
So character is really just who you are and how do you impact others around you. I think that's character.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is, are you a leader or
Hmm.
are you a follower?
Yes.
Because if you lead by example, I feel like there are a lot of guys that would, no matter how arrogant or how humble someone is, if you're doing the right thing, people are gonna look at you and they're gonna be like, oh, damn, maybe I should take a page or two out of his book. Maybe I should listen a little bit more. Maybe I should, just pay attention to someone else. So I feel like when it comes to character, you gotta have swag, you gotta have a personality, you also have to have leadership, and most importantly, I think you have to have a positive and a strong mentality where you impact others in a positive way.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. I like that. So, we're gonna go to Little League,
Let's do it.
right? So, when you think of Little League, what memory or moment comes to mind?
The very one that comes to mind, and I think about this on a daily basis, to be honest with you, is when we were in the qualifying. I think we were in the qualifiers tournament. In Freeport, Bahamas, we was qualifying to be a part of Sport,
Hmm.
and we unfortunately didn't pull out with the dub, but
Yeah.
we we built a lot of
Yeah.
characteristics,
Yeah.
a lot of personality,
Hmm.
a lot of ambition, a lot of drive, and I think a part of that is what made me who I am today. To be
Yeah.
honest, because that still hurts me to this day. Like,
Yeah.
to other people, it might be more like you get over it, or like it's
Yeah.
a game or it's a tournament, but that's literally a once in a lifetime situation. Now
Yeah.
look at me and shoot, that was 10 years ago. I
Yeah.
can't go back 10 years, or I can't play that now.
Yeah.
So it's like, damn, that was something I missed out on. So I want to be able to take pride in that and kind of show how I feel about that and put it in my everyday living, my everyday work ethic. To be honest.
It's crazy. My man's just sent me this in a group chat this morning.
Mm,
And he says, own your responsibilities, own your future. You're not responsible for your trauma, but you are responsible for breaking the cycle and not hurting more people because of what happened to you. You'll never control your future if you let your present be controlled by your past. What happened yesterday may not be your responsibility, but how you behave today is. So
that's powerful.
for everyone of all ages,
Yeah.
there's people going through trauma right now that are 10 and aren't really that optimistic about being 20. But it this too shall pass, and you control your narrative. And I think that's the one of the special things about baseball is that baseball, there's so many life lessons, at every level, but
Yeah.
also just simply the game. It's a game based of failure. You know what I'm saying? Where you're gonna fail
Yeah.
3 out of 10 times and be great.
Trust me, and baseball is very much so equivalent to life.
Yeah.
And some people might say how, or that's false. But to answer that question, how is you have to embrace failure.
Yes.
That's the only way. And that's just not baseball, that's sports or just life.
Or life. Yeah.
You have to be able to embrace failure.
Hmm.
But at the same time, it's okay to make mistakes.
It's okay.
Because we're all human, and our good sometimes look like, or sometimes is actually perfection.
Yeah.
Like we do something good. Like for example, we might hit a line drive right back up the middle, but just the way that felt didn't feel the way we wanted it to feel. And it's
Hmm.
like, that's great.
Yeah.
But the way we wanted to feel is perfect.
Perfect. Yeah.
And I mean, it's okay to have a little bit of that, but at the same time, I feel like we just need to be a little bit more realistic
Yeah.
with ourselves, and be a bit more consistent with that, with the
Mm-hmm.
mental aspect
Mm-hmm.
side of things, and just take life with a grain of salt. To be honest,
Yeah, that's a fact. I mean,
we all struggle.
I think as you get older, how old are you now?
Just turned 21.
21,
Yes,
21,
sir.
21. That's crazy. And how old were you when you came here?
uh, well, I always been in the U.S. I
No,
think
I mean, actually, my question:
yeah,
how old were you when you signed and had to move here?
I was 17 years old when I signed professionally, and went straight to the U.S. from there. I spent a little bit of time in the Caribbean, like in the DR.
Yeah,
I was working out, early camps and stuff for that, and it was very, very brief. And came over to the U.S., went to AZ,
yeah,
and stuck around those guys, worked out, played a little bit, and it was a lot of uh, lessons at such a young age. And I think, you know, God has a plan and He has a reason for everything. And
yeah,
thankfully, and really and truly, I'm so appreciative because it has helped. You know, it has helped me to become the person I am today,
yeah,
and put me in the position that I'm in right now. So
yeah. So I gotta ask this question now because obviously from literally you're around 11, 12,
yeah,
and then 5 years later you get drafted. So when does the I'm different kick in? Like I'm definitely elite and I'm above all of this kind of thing. Like,
I was never an arrogant person,
hmm
uh, but I always had that.
yeah,
I was always different.
silent assassin.
Yeah,
Those are the people you gotta watch out for.
I'm more of a okay, when we hang out together and I get a little comfortable, then I crack a couple jokes, and you see a little bit more of that side of me, like I'm more comfortable. But
Yeah,
to be honest, I don't talk much, and when it's time to play, actually, you could ask my teammates. Like it's nothing personal towards the team, towards anything, but I don't like to talk.
yeah,
Don't come to me because I'm not about to make any jokes.
yeah,
I'm not gonna respond to any questions that someone has.
mm,
Um, and it's nothing personal. It's more I'm locked in. Like I'm
yeah,
hungry. I'm
hmm
hungry, and I'm kind of pissed off. Like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's just
You're just in the zone,
I'm just
focus,
in the
trying
zone.
to
And
get it done.
that's the mentality that I have, and it's just getting stronger.
Yeah,
And the more I surround myself with like-minded people,
yeah,
the more I continue to see that vicious, hungry side of things when it's time to put in that work.
yeah,
You know, I
yeah.
like that.
So high school, what does that look like for you?
High school was great. High school was great. It wasn't your average high school because personally, I don't feel like I'm the average guy, but
Yeah,
high school was great, man. I was able to be blessed with a academic scholarship
hmm
along with the athletic scholarship. Um, Went to played at IMG a little bit in eighth grade in the summertime, mainly. Then after that season in that summer in 2016, that's when I went over to Maryland,
okay,
which is right up the street for y'all.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So Maryland, Baltimore, that's second home to me. When we
mm,
played there a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago, actually, that was like electrifying.
yeah,
The reason being is because like your body just know
yeah,
familiar feelings,
hmm
and to be honest, it was more like damn, this home. So
yeah,
let's turn up. But high school, it was a bit rough and wild, but still smooth and fun at the same time, just
yeah.
because of the path that I took, that God had for my life, and or has for my life. And uh I went to boarding school, yes, in Maryland for freshman year, sophomore year. Halfway into my sophomore year, that's when I ended up being recruited. Went down to the DR, played in the DR for a
All
little
right,
bit.
so
Yeah.
all right, so you got to slow down a little bit because all right, freshman year
Uh huh.
you were at IMG for a little bit
Yeah.
that summer.
Yeah, eighth
But
grade. Yeah.
now you're from the Bahamas. Now you're in the States.
Hmm.
Had you been in the States before that?
Yeah.
Okay, so but now you're. Did you come by yourself, or did the family move, or how did that work? Like when
No,
you went to
so
boarding school?
me and my dad traveled with me. So the same similar process he did with my older brother when he first went off to boarding school. You know, he traveled with you for the first 2 3 days, and you on your own, buddy.
You know, your own.
And so it was fun because it's something that I always knew that was planned. It was in the works, and
Yeah.
something I always dreamed of, and something that I always wanted to do, and
Hmm.
I was enjoying it.
Yeah.
I couldn't wait. I was like, I don't need you to travel with me, Dad. I could travel myself, but realistically, it was important for him to go because one, it made a statement that my family's involved.
Yes.
That's step one. Uh, I don't care what nobody said. Once family's involved, you know, then all that surface is you have structure now.
Yes.
Now have structure. That's the word that I want to use, structure. And
Hmm.
after that, he helped me just kind of rearrange some stuff, put some things together within my room, and just get comfortable with the area. And once I knew he was comfortable, I knew it was all good,
Yeah.
all go. So I took
So then,
advantage of it.
how were you as a student?
Very quiet, but also I was a little clown.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I was a little clown just because it was a small classroom setting.
Yeah.
Um, I was close with all of my classmates, really and truly.
Hmm.
Knew each and every one of them. Uh, I was always hardworking when it
Yeah.
came to my school. I slipped from time to time, just because you get caught up with the sports, and I felt
Yeah.
like at one point sports became more important to me
Hmm.
than my academics. But I was able to balance it out
Yeah.
definitely, and I finished my high school the last couple years of my high school year with 4.0s and being able
See,
to balance
that's
baseball.
what I needed. I mean, 4.0s
Yeah,
and still a top draft pick.
yeah,
That's the kind of world, and that's what I want for the youth
yeah,
all around the world, is that balance. You know what I'm saying? That either direction you choose to go, it'll work out for you
hmm,
because you gave yourself options. And education is forever. You know what I'm saying? So it's about, okay, I'm gonna use both vessels at the same time to make it out of whatever my circumstances are.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And I say this because my intent and my target is, you know, our inner city kids, our babies in the trenches. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to give them a right of way. And you being 21 and me being 30, that's bridging the gap.
Yeah,
For them to see like everything that I've been able to do in 9 more years of life and everything that you've been able to accomplish already in 21 years of life.
hmm,
But staying out the way and finding your lane, you know,
yeah.
because you can't do nothing with street cred,
Can't.
and then you go that route and then you regret it. But if it was meant for you to go that route to do something else, because that does happen, God will put you in a situation to see, but to make you a vessel for something else.
Exactly.
So that's the beauty of it, man.
Hmm.
So first, how was your first high school baseball season?
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
I think I realistically only played one full high school season. I played travel ball in both seasons,
Hmm.
but I had left right before the season was actually going to start in my sophomore year. My first year, I was a freshman on varsity. I was a starting shortstop. I hit 697
Sheesh.
that year. Couple bags, probably about 14 bags or so.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, that year, I think I only had like one strikeout.
Yeah.
Um, I was just locked in, and to be honest, that's what I'm kind of feeling right now. So
Yeah.
I'm liking that, and I'm just trying to get back to that, man. I
Yeah.
was I was having fun, because it was something that uh, I knew what was at stake. It was
Yeah.
an opportunity that was presented to me that I always wanted,
Yeah.
so I took advantage of it, and
Hmm.
that was huge, and
Yeah.
that's what I'm doing now, and I feel like that's what I need to continue to do in order to be where I want to be, and that's what I will continue to do. So everything pans out the way, God has it to be.
Hmm. So then, what starts to happen that second year that you left before the start of the season? Was your coach pissed?
No,
No. Okay. Cool.
because
He kind of did. He must have saw it coming.
he knew.
He
He
knew.
knew. He told me. He told me within the first 3 to 4 months of my freshman year, so before I even played my first full season, that God was gonna bless me with more than I probably could even handle, or I feel like I could handle at the time.
Yeah.
Never really understood what he meant or where that was coming from, but
Yeah.
after my first full season, I understood where he was coming from,
Hmm.
because after that, kind of midway into that season, other high schools started to reach out.
Hmm. What high school did you go to?
West Nottingham Academy. It's a
Okay.
very small school in a small town in Maryland, in
Hmm.
Colora, Maryland, or Colora, Maryland.
Yeah.
It's not too far outside of Delaware. It's about
Hmm.
30, 35 minutes outside of Delaware.
Okay.
Um, and I actually really liked it though.
Yeah.
It was private. It was quiet. It was
Hmm.
different cultures. You get to learn. You have blacks, whites, Asians.
Yeah.
You had kids from Vietnam. You had kids from Turkey and the Caribbean, different part of the Caribbean. Then you have Nigerians, African. Like
Yeah.
it was a mixture of everything. You get to learn different languages,
Yeah.
try different foods.
Hmm.
You get to learn about different cultures, and then of course, because you're in a boarding school, when you have different projects and stuff like that, you have to. We had different projects where we have to write about different countries and
Hmm.
learn about our classmates and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I got to really and truly learn a lot, man. I got
Yeah.
to learn a lot. I felt like I lived in those places at one point in time just
Yeah.
because I got to learn so much,
That's what I. Yeah. Did you? Was there a culture shock at all from the Bahamas to the States?
No,
Mhm.
just because I went to the States really fast.
Yeah.
After being 6 weeks old, I think I took my first flight. So
Yeah.
uh, I was always in Miami for sure. Definitely just Florida general, always there.
Hmm.
And then I have family out through all the U.S., man, in
Yeah.
Carolinas, here in New York,
Yeah.
uh, 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 Miami, Orlando, just all over. So,
Yeah.
I'm thankful, and it's truly, really and truly a blessing
Yeah.
because you get to visit ahead of time,
Yeah.
and then if that's where life have you to go eventually,
Hmm.
then by all means take it. But now you know how to move
Yeah.
because you know what to expect.
So then, how do you feel about like the racial climax of like everything going on in the States
Yeah.
and how Black people are treated here as opposed to how Black people are back home?
To be honest, it's fearful, man. Like you get scared at times.
Yeah, I feel that.
Um, I knew I actually just spoke about one or two past stories that happened to us when we was in high school. With some of my classmates that actually live here. When I linked up with them the last time I was here,
Hmm.
we were already talking about when we went to Wawa. You know what Wawa is,
Yeah,
right?
that
Yeah,
gas station with the good
bro.
sandwiches.
Listen,
Yeah.
you said it.
Yes, sir.
So we went there, and I think it was a couple of rednecks or whatever, and we were coming off of the school bus. We had like a little trip. We do trips like on the weekends and stuff,
Yeah,
wherever
yeah.
people
Get
want to
off
go.
campus a
You
little
feel
bit,
me?
hit the mall.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a fact.
So it was that night, Friday night, and when all the black kids came out the bus, because black kids like them
We
some
got to stick
Wawa.
together.
We like them some
And
Wawa.
it's a fact.
All the kids came off the bus, and you heard every word you could possibly think of, and you got threats and stuff like that, and just throwing out there. And me being from the Bahamas, like you don't really hear that much
Yeah.
at all, to
At
be
all.
honest.
At all. Yeah.
At least I haven't,
Hmm.
from my own country. But
Hmm.
when you're actually thrown in the mix of things and you're actually by yourself, I didn't have mom or dad or grandma or anybody there at the time. I just had my boys.
Yeah.
So everybody just look at each other and it's like, damn, what do we do now?
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably when I knew my faith was bigger than anything else.
Hmm.
I was scared as hell. I was scared as
Yeah.
shit.
Hmm.
And I went in we went in, ordered our sandwiches and everything, came back out, and guys came back. They spun the block and they started doing donuts in the gas station, all that stuff, and I just didn't know what to do because they started, throwing more threats, more gestures, more slurs, more everything,
Yeah.
and they started coming out of their cars and stuff. By that time, I was back in the bus,
Yeah, that's a fact.
but it was like, now what could possibly happen?
Yeah.
And you kind of get it. You get it here and there. You actually hear guys talk about it now, in the industry that I'm in now, and
Yeah.
the different people that we encounter. Before they really get to know who you are, they treat you a certain way because that's just how they are. And then when they know who you are, then it's like, oh, can I get you some coffee? Or can I rub your feet? Can I do this for you?
Hmm.
Can I do that for you? So you got a lot of kiss asses at night
Yeah.
at, at,
Yeah.
at times. I feel like
Yeah.
you gotta watch out for that. But other than that, man, I personally just try to stay as clear as possible. I've always been that person. Like I just try to stay out of trouble.
Hmm.
If there's something going on this way, I go the opposite way
Yeah.
and stay at home.
And that's gangster too.
That's
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 OD gangster. Let me tell you that.
keep it
It
G.
is nothing wrong with being like, you know what? You got it. Next thing you know, you hit a person wrong, break a hand, out for the season or whatever it may be. But it's not worth it in the end because you
It's
don't
not.
gain nothing from it. So
It's not.
staying out the way is gangster. Walking the way is gangster.
Exactly. And it's crazy because at the same time, trust me, no matter how little in fame you think you are, how big in fame you think you are, people know who you are. So at the
Yeah.
end of the day, it's only so much people that that's built like an athlete.
Yeah.
People know athletes.
People know athletes.
People know athletes. You already carry yourself a certain way.
Yeah.
And then to add insult to injury, you have tattoos, or you're built a certain way, or it might be a group of guys. One person might be loud in the group. So it's a lot, man. But trust me, I've actually been to one or two restaurants when I traveled with a couple of my teammates in
Hmm.
particular, and we had guys or just waiters or waitresses or just people in general that would greet you at the door, and they would, speak to you a certain way or have a certain attitude.
Hmm.
And this one time I remember when we sat down, it was a kid that came up to us, and because we in the hometown, so we just left the game not too long ago,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he came up, he's like, hey, this, that, and the third, blah blah. Actually, that was at the hotel because they were staying at the same hotel we were visiting,
Yeah.
and the guy was like, oh, no way, you guys are in town playing against so and so. Oh, that's cool. And then started going on and on. And then I looked at my teammate, he looked at me, he was like, yeah, we gonna go. We gonna head
Yeah.
out. Cause it was like, it was just too much, and
Hmm.
people just treat people nicely, man. Cause,
Yeah. Yeah.
we weren't disrespectful. So,
Hmm.
I could understand if one of us came in disrespectful, and
Yeah, for sure.
it's like, okay, reciprocating the energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's no need for that. We always come in respectfully because you just never know who is who.
It's crazy because it's kind of off the rip. Like off the rip, they're gonna treat us and look at us a certain way, and they don't know who we are at all. And that's I went to boarding school. I went to Southfield Academy in
Yeah,
Connecticut. So the difference between being on campus and off campus is two different things, two different
big,
worlds.
big.
I'm in a world where people know me as Zoe, the leader, the loving guy, the teddy bear. He's a good kid, well mannered, respectful.
Yeah,
And solely because of my skin color, when I walk off that campus and I'm at CVS down the street, now I'm just thug, this gangster, this everything you can think of under the sun. And that's solely based off what my appearance is. And people know nothing about me. And they simply just label you without even knowing you. And that's the
bro.
part that sucks.
So true story. Promise, promise. Because I know my dad and my family's gonna watch this, so it's a true
Oh yeah,
story.
Bahamas, shouts out.
Yeah, shout
Oh,
out.
the flag, right,
Uh huh.
is blue for the water,
Uh huh.
yellow for the sun,
Uh huh.
and black for the
You
people.
know
Let's go, baby. Let's go,
it.
baby. Come on.
For
And
sure.
how do I know that?
You've been
I
doing your
went to
research.
Atlantis
Oh, you did?
one time, and I had I got the Bahamian, I got the national discount. You know,
Okay.
I people like I live there. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
and
yeah.
that's the question she asked me.
Uh,
She said, blue for the
but no,
watch.
my dad did
Uh-huh.
say shout out. So shout out
Shout out to Pop
to
Dukes,
Pops,
Papa Bannister.
Papa Bannister, Mama Bannister, my little sister, the whole family, the whole gang.
Mhm.
But true story, man. I went to go look at this car for my dad.
Yeah.
We always talking about cars. I don't know, bro. Something about me, like I have a stupid, ridiculous obsession with cars, bro.
Yeah.
Ferraris, Lambs, everything. I don't know where it came from.
Yeah.
But it was a particular truck, bro, and I was like, that just fit my dad. I was passing it, headed back home from training. I was like, I gotta stop. So I pulled over, turned around. I went back and I was like, how much is this truck? You know, I introduced myself. I was like, hey, I'm so and so. I'm looking at this truck for my dad. It was the Harley. No, it wasn't that one. It was a different one. I think it was either a Ford, sorry, the Jeep Gladiator, because my
Okay.
dad really loves those. It's trucked out everything. And I asked the guy, how much is it? And would they be able to hook up shipping or whatever? Just because I would probably be shipping it out of state or possibly out the country.
Yeah.
And he asked me, how will I afford it?
Mm.
I was like, what do you mean? He's like, how are you gonna pay for this? I was like, you mean like payment option as in financing or cash? I was like, um, I haven't decided on that as yet. I'll speak with my financial team and I'll get back to you. And he's like, what do you mean financial team? I just want to know how you're gonna afford this. Like, are you paying for this or is somebody else paying for this? Like, you don't seem like you have all that money. So I looked at him, I was like, maybe my dad don't need this truck. You're right.
Yeah.
The GM came out. He was like, Zion, how you doing, man? How you doing? Nice to meet you. Et cetera, et cetera. I'm so and so. It's like, bro, he's like, my grandson is a huge fan of yours.
Yeah.
And the other guy, I didn't forget his name, and I'm gonna put him on blast. His name is Craig.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, huge fan. He's trying to what? What's there to be a fan of?
Mm-hmm. He's still going.
Still going.
Mm-hmm.
And so the dude was like, you don't know who he is? And he was like, don't worry about it, we'll speak. He's like, is there any way I can help you out with this vehicle? I was like, I was looking at this, but nah, my dad would be all right. We'll probably, find another one. Or he might just get a Corvette or something. I don't know, something off the wall. And I was like, but you guys have a great one.
Yeah.
Bro, and when I got back in the car, like I was chilling because I was like, all right, two things. Either you would have pissed me off and I would have said something disrespectful and you would have eventually found out who I was.
Yeah.
Or you would have just got your way because I would have paid for the car and you still would have got your cut out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So you still won two ways out of the other.
Yeah.
So it was like, all right, cool. I'll get the last laugh and I'll walk away.
Yeah.
And ever since then, I never went back because there's no need for me to go back,
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter was I was only just, looking at it just because I thought it was nice.
Yeah.
And I thought of my dad and I was like, damn, like this is nice.
Yeah.
He took it upon himself to come outside because the car is outside on the lot.
Yeah.
You don't have, how did you even see me was my question. But it was the whole approach. From he approached me, I was already like, okay, yeah, I'm about to leave. But I don't ever understand why people just jump to cloud 20 just because,
Mm-hmm.
just treat everybody with respect because you never know who is who. You never know who's connected to who.
Yeah.
And how do you know I wasn't in a position to say, you know what, the hell with all of this. I want to just own this whole place and I want you gone. Like, you just don't know who is who. And I just think that everybody should just be respectful, bro.
Yeah.
And most importantly, I feel like that's why the world is the way it is right now.
Yeah.
Because everyone has to have the last say.
Yeah.
Why? Everybody got to have the last laugh, the last say, the last insult, the last approval.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, just be happy and enjoy life.
Yeah. It's that self-hate, bro. Like how he felt about you is how he really feels about himself. Saying that man is not comfortable in his own skin.
Exactly.
He's so insecure that he projects that out to the world and out to you, unfortunately. What's wrong with the world right now is that the devil is extremely present.
And that's wrong.
He's in the building. And the problem with that is that the devil gonna come in the form of everything you like.
Everything.
That little baddie over there is probably the devil.
Man.
That whatever he's gonna find a way. Like, you ever seen the cartoon Tom and Jerry? Right? The devil and the angel. That's true. And he gonna hit you at the most vulnerable times.
Bro, and people, I had this conversation with my dad too. Me and my dad be talking all the time, man.
We gotta pull up on Papa Bannister one day.
For
man.
sure. I gotta get him out here one time, man.
Yeah.
You know, he'll talk all day. But I have one thing, bro. One thing that I noticed. People are the way they are whenever it appears negative, it's because they don't have structure. They don't have structure. And I've been using that word so much. And what I mean by that is it's not thinking that I have it all figured out or, you know, people are better than others. It's not that. It's just simple self-respect, self-love, like you just said. Like, you have to care about yourself that much in order to get where you want to be.
Yeah.
Like, look at Kobe. Everybody want to be like Kobe, but I don't think 95% of this world could do what Kobe does or did.
It's fun.
So, to be honest, it's everybody just everyone should honestly just take a step back. I think everyone needs to take a step back and allow the world to flow because everything's already fast.
Yeah.
So we just speeding it up on top of how fast it is.
Yeah. Run your own race and find your own pace.
Exactly.
You know, and I just feel like at the end of the day, you know, if you know love, then you know God, because God is love. And I feel like that's one of the most biggest missing components in this world. Not pushing whatever people are scared of church, religion, and all of those things. But like as I always say, they say church is anywhere two or more gathered. So it's just more of a relationship and a spiritual connection that I hope that people look off to, because, you know, energy and all of that stuff is all intertwined. You know what I'm saying? But people want to say, they want to replace things.
Yeah.
So instead of saying prayer, they want to say manifest. You know? So
everybody want to change God's word.
Thank you.
And that's what I'm saying. Everybody wants the last laugh, the last say, because everybody feels like they deserve power.
Yeah.
To be honest, you want to know something? I feel like people now seek power after Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Let that sink in. Reason being is because it's like that's king and that's queen. Yeah. Everybody want to have the glitz, the glamours, and the likes. Everything is social media, bro. I don't get it.
Yeah. Social media is the devil.
I don't even care about social media that much. I really don't.
Yeah. I mean, I think it boils down to your intentions.
Yeah.
And I think you saw my intention, and that's why we connected. So that's the beauty of it. That's how we connected, through social media. That's how I connect with almost 90% of my guests. But my intentions for being on there and what I'm trying to accomplish, it varies from everyone else's. But I'm just here to spread love, daily positivity. That's all you getting out of it.
That's why we have intuition.
Yeah.
Gut feeling is a real thing.
Yeah.
Gut feeling is a really and truly that's a real thing.
Yeah.
If you feel good about something, do it. If you don't, let it go. I always tell myself, if you gotta hesitate, like real life hesitate about doing something, don't do it.
Yeah, probably don't do it.
Don't do it.
Yeah, every red flag is gonna be inside of you telling you, not for you, not for you, not for you, not for you.
It's the reason why you hesitate.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know anything I do that don't involve God is never gonna go my way.
It's never gonna go your way.
It's never gonna go my way.
Never.
This podcast is flourishing because anything with God in it has to work. Slice of Excellence, same song. They
Same
both
song.
gonna do their things, bro. Because this is the intent is love and loving God's children and feeding God's children, whether that with a hug, with advice, or some pizza,
That's facts.
all the way. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna segue back to now we in DR. How was DR?
DR was DR, bro. DR was it was great, but it was not the best. Not the best experience, but it was the best experience, if
Yeah,
that makes sense. And what I mean by that here, I'll elaborate a little bit more. When it came to the baseball side of things, perfect. Baseball all day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and snack.
yeah,
You know, you you
yeah,
you get the full course meal and the dessert and all that, the appetizer, bro. So it was just baseball 24/7.
yeah,
Perfect. I learned Spanish, fluent in that. I build lifelong relationships, and
yeah,
the family down there that um like that's just a bond that can never be broken, to be
yeah,
honest.
mm,
They opened their arms. They actually treated me as if I was a son of
yeah,
theirs. And that's rare, and that's because God is also really big in their family as well.
yes, hmm,
And there's just a connection. Um
alignment, big
exactly. But
alignment.
it wasn't the best experience for me in a way, just because I had fought through a injury, and then I got sick being down there during that time. And it was upon a time where I felt like I didn't know if I was going to sign, or if baseball wasn't for me, or
Hmm.
anything. But it was all just a mental toughness side of things.
Yeah,
um and just trusting God, because
yeah,
God is trying to weigh you down to the very bottom bone, bro,
yeah,
to see if you can really take it,
yeah,
and he really and truly just want to know if you trust him.
yes, hmm,
Just trust him,
yes, sir,
and the quicker and the easier you show that, the quicker and the easier and the better your life will be.
yes, sir,
I think, and
yes, sir.
but everything is trials, tribulations, and everything is for a reason.
Absolutely. So, what makes a good coach?
Somebody that somebody that wants to do it because they know it's of God.
Hmm.
And what I mean by that is, you have a lot of guys that coach because they want to do it for their own personal accolades.
Yeah,
And realistically, that's not really gonna work out.
hmm,
Because I mean, when you're older like that, especially as a coach, and you pushing kids to just win just so you could get some clout, it ain't about that.
yeah,
It's about teaching the right things.
yes,
Discipline, that's for sure. And
hmm,
baseball, I feel like baseball, you like that, just discipline stands out. If you don't have discipline, then you're not able to function in baseball. You're not able to function in life.
yeah,
So having a good coach is basically like having a best friend.
yeah,
That's somebody you gotta have some kind of trust in. You
yes,
have to be able to trust him. You have to be able to be okay with listening to what he says, and also taking criticism.
hmm,
Like, to me, I think my dad is a good coach, because he has very tough criticism, and it majority of the times it comes when I don't want to hear it.
yeah,
And mainly that's the time when you need to hear something. I mean, a lot of the stuff is repetitive, because we've spoken about it obviously multiple times, and it's just certain things that help keep you on the right path.
yeah,
So having a coach is a little bit of a mentor, a little bit of a role model,
mhm,
and a little bit of a best friend, because it's all about a strong relationship at the end of the day.
yeah. What makes a good teammate?
Brotherhood, brotherhood, not being selfish, not being selfish. When you do when you do one thing, and other people sees that it's positive, they're gonna fall in love with it right away.
Hmm.
You have to do something that stands out. that impacts your brother in a positive way.
Mm-hmm.
And when you having bro, cause you have shitty games. You gonna
Yeah.
have great ass games,
Yeah.
but that's the same way life is.
Yeah.
If somebody step on brand new G Fazos,
Yeah.
or you got a free pair of G Fazos,
Yeah.
you still have to treat that same person with respect.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes a great teammate, when you're able to balance the failures
Mm-hmm.
along with the success, and never change.
Yeah.
Always be respectful.
What impact would you say you've had on your teammates?
Respect. Respect. Because I always went about things the right way. I
Yeah.
always ask questions. I always interact with each other, with everyone on the team. Um, I personally never think that I'm bigger than somebody else. You know, they call me Caballo, they call me a Cabra, they call me
Yeah.
everything, big league. But at the end of the day, when I was able to speak with some of my teammates, it's all they just respect who I am, and they respect my game, and I just go out there and bro, listen, I bust my ass each and every single pitch, no
Yeah.
pitch off, because it means that much to me.
Yeah.
And when I'm in the backyard playing baseball with a wiffle ball and a wiffle ball bat, I am locked in each and every single pitch as if I'm in the World Series. Like, I'm getting paid $1 billion every pitch.
Yeah.
So why not put that in real life
Yeah.
game? You feel me? Something that's my actual career.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest impact I have on my team. Just hustle.
Yeah.
I have a big heart, bro, and I'm always hungry.
Yeah.
I'm always hungry.
So, what does your routine look like today?
And when it comes to what part of my game, or just in
Pre-game
general?
or pre? All right, let's go pre-practice.
Pre-practice. So basically, I kind of do the same things even on game days. I get up, uh, definitely gotta get you some McDonald's, probably McDonald's breakfast or something.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, definitely gotta get you a little meditation session, like 5 to 10 minutes a day.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, nice stretch session into. Uh, firstly, I actually, before all of that, I start the day off with a prayer.
Yeah.
As soon as I open up my eyes, I look around a little bit, try to get my vision going, just open up the mind, open the brain, just try to listen to my breath. After a couple of breaths, I know I get function, then take my time and I send my prayers, and I get up, get the day going, breakfast, a little meditation, a little stretch, a little yoga. After that, probably gonna watch me some Hulu.
Yeah.
I got to. Probably something positive, like My Wife and Kids. That's always my go-to.
Yeah.
Fresh Prince and Bel-Air, always my go-to.
Yeah.
I try
Have
to
you
watch.
seen the new one?
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, I liked
I
it.
love
Like
that.
a big flex in that show. Big flex.
Huge
I
flex.
can't wait for it to come back.
Man. But I try to get some positive vibes going. I
Mm-hmm.
definitely start to put on some music. I gotta kick it off with Pop Smoke. I'm the biggest Pop Smoke fan. R.I.P. to Wu.
Yeah.
Man, after that, what else? You gotta go with some Drake, some Baby.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Get some Meek going in you.
Yeah. Meek is always good for the soul. You know what I'm saying?
Good for the soul.
That flamers flow.
He talked to you. He talked to you.
Yeah.
So I try to get some good vibes going in, and then after that, surround myself with some positivity. After that, get on going to the field. Music is always big. It's always an essential. So that's bumping in the clubhouse, or even at practice facility. It's always bumping, and
Yeah.
just try to get the mind right, try to get the body going, and attack on whatever I need to work on that day.
Yeah. So what's this off season look like for you?
Oh, this major. It feels like I'm building an empire state, bro. Because I am so locked in and just so focused on one thing.
Yeah.
And that's just being great. Trying to maximize my value. That's the biggest part of me.
Mm-hmm.
And my mindset is maximizing my value.
Yes, sir.
And I'm attacking. I got my body realigned a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm attacking it from all aspects. I'm making sure my body's healthy, the mind is healthy. Most importantly, nutrition is there. All the treatments are there. All the workouts that I need are there. The different drills that I need to do to be able to activate certain things, to turn certain things on. So I'm attacking every part of my game, and the parts I probably don't even need to attack, I'm attacking. I don't care what it is. If it's baseball related, I'm gonna try to get it in.
Yeah. How has the game changed mentally?
For me personally speaking, the only thing that changed is tempo.
Yeah.
Tempo. You gotta be able to adjust. It's just like adjusting to a song.
Yeah.
You gotta be able to dance with it. Make love to it, baby. Like have fun.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, you gotta be able to just speed up your footwork sometimes, slow it down a little bit. It's all about just having tempo. And
Yeah.
I feel like that was the biggest thing for me. You know, baseball is baseball. Baseball won't ever change.
Yeah.
Just the speed, just getting stronger. So I think I'm attacking a little bit more of just learning how to utilize my body the right way,
Yeah.
hitting, throwing, fielding, whatever the case may be, running, weightlifting, you name it.
Yeah.
So by doing that, I feel as if it'll put me in the right position to be able to adjust to the right tempo at each level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What position in the outfield do you play?
Center field. Center field. They had me moving around. I played all three positions in outfield this
Yeah.
year. Played a little bit more left field than anywhere else, but
Yeah.
my heart is in center field, brother. To be honest, if it was up to me, I would still be a shortstop to this day. It's
Hmm.
just me. Like
How was that transition? Like, did they sign? So they signed you as an outfielder.
Simon's a shortstop,
Uh huh.
and then
And then what happened?
speed. We already had a Venezuelan kid. We actually still pretty close to this day. And we played a little bit this year as well together. Um, Signed him. That was the big shortstop. And here I come knocking on the door, and it was like, where the hell you come from? I thought he was an outfielder.
Yeah.
I was playing shortstop, and then I went into the outfield. To be honest, I feel as if I had the same the same routines or a similar uh amount of time that they did. Like when I went to the DR and I played in the academy, uh if I was there from a young age, like how a lot of the Latin kids were,
Yeah.
I feel like I would still be in shortstop today.
Yeah.
But a lot of it had to do with we have a huge ton of infielders, and on top of that, I'm a hell of an athlete, brother. I feel like I'm really fast and I'm fearless. I'm not afraid to go get it. I'm not afraid to bang up against the wall either.
Yeah.
So to be honest, a little bit with me, like in a way, I like center field a little bit more than shortstop, just
Yeah.
because like you gotta show that you could go 100 feet this way and 100 feet that way, and
Yeah.
you also go 100 feet back.
Yeah.
So that's me. I like showing off speed. I
Yeah.
like to run. And I just want to feel like I'm a kid out there. I want to feel like I'm a dog, bro. Like my tongue out and just
Yeah.
just going to go get the
Yeah.
baseball. That's how I want to feel. And
Yeah.
thankfully
I
I'm
feel like
blessed.
for the young kids out there, what you should take from this
Yeah,
story is being able to adjust. And
exactly.
the goal is to be out there and playing and contributing to your team. So
Hmm.
that's what matters. As long as you're out there, as long as you're playing, you got a uniform on, you got a glove in your hand. Like, go out there and do your job, get it done.
Be grateful
Be
because
grateful.
you have to take care of everything, and you have to treat everything as if it's your last.
Yeah, that's a fact.
No day is promised.
So we're gonna talk a little financial literacy. For the young cats out there, what's the most expensive thing you've purchased?
Uh, I don't even know, bro. I'd probably say the track hawk. My track hawk for real was probably the most expensive thing. Actually, no, it wasn't. It was it was a Mercedes that I had
You don't have it no
before.
more?
No, I don't have it no more. That's before I got the track hawk.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a big boy. The GLE 63S when
yeah,
it first came out. Yeah, I
How much
got
you
that.
drop for that?
We ain't gotta talk about that one. We ain't gotta talk about that one. But other than that, probably, you know, making sure my family was good.
Yeah,
Probably, family support. I would say is probably the most expensive thing I've purchased of
yeah.
anything. Family support, definitely.
You buy anything for your parents?
Yeah, I've been trying to buy my mom, a vehicle or just something, nice or anything
Yeah,
expensive, but she's not gonna take it.
yeah,
She's just not, bro. I've offered my mom an insanely amount of money, bro, and she just won't bite.
yeah,
Like I've done it before I received my bonus. I've done it afterwards,
yeah,
but that's just making sure that my family is straight.
yeah,
Whenever I have, they have. Um, if I'm living Hollywood lifestyle, then they gonna live the same way. That's just how I ride, man.
good. What is a typical shopping day look like for Zion?
To be honest, it's definitely food. I
Yeah,
buy food way more than I buy anything else.
yeah,
But I did go on a little treat myself spree
yeah,
about a week or two ago, to be honest with you. About 2 weeks ago, yeah. Caught me some fours.
mm-hmm.
I went into features. I don't know if you heard
Yeah,
of.
I know features.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so they actually just opened up a store right across the street from the crib.
mm-hmm.
And ran into some NFL dudes, so I knew that it was big.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh but yeah, copped a couple gallery department stuff for the first time.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Some tees. Uh had to cop me a couple pair of pants and stuff like that, some rude stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
if I to be honest, like if I really and truly like go shopping is it's not too crazy, but I definitely make sure that I go and get what I go in there for.
But
Couple
what's
pairs of
what does
shoes.
what does not too crazy mean? Like,
I get I get about two pairs of shoes, at least. At least two
so on
pairs of
average, what do you
shoes.
spend?
My last time I spent about 2,500.
Okay,
So it wasn't
it
too
wasn't too
crazy.
crazy. Yeah, it wasn't too
But
crazy.
that's gonna be like
But I want to know. But this is 21-year-old Zion.
mhm,
What was 17, 18-year-old Zion spending?
stupid. It's dumb. It's dumb. Probably 1 month I probably was up to like $45,000.
$45,000 1 month.
But a lot came with that though. Came with bills, taking care of, make sure the fam's good.
Yeah,
Um, that's when they was having a lot of storms back in
back
AZ
home. Yeah, yeah,
during the COVID year. And
yeah,
it was also COVID year, so it wasn't like a lot of stuff was going on. So I had
yeah,
to, you was spending more than you was getting in.
yeah, yeah,
Um, and then on top of that, that was the year I had changed going into the track hawk because
yeah. Mm-hmm.
due to all the debris and all that stuff in the road, it had messed up the front bumper of my car, knock out the lights and all that stuff. So I had to change out the car. So because of that, that was a big thing. But other than that, that's probably the most expensive month ever.
Yeah,
But ever since then, I don't do nothing too crazy.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
do nothing too crazy.
Yeah, you definitely got to check out 375 showroom. My
What's
guy
that?
Danny will take care of you. It's like you could say a high end boutique. We got all the fly stuff, all the fly stuff.
It's around here?
Yeah, it's not far from here.
You
So
gotta take me. You gotta
all
check it
right,
out.
say that,
You
say
gotta
that, say
check it
that,
out.
say that, say that. So we got a couple more. Let's finish up. Let's finish up strong for the people out there.
Yeah.
Hope everyone is enjoying the episode so far. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. What does God mean to you?
I'm going about this all day. God is, to me, God is a way of life.
Mhm.
Like, I feel like that's so deep. Damn. God is a way of life. And it's crazy because manifestation, I don't really believe in manifestation because for you to have that thought and those dreams, it's a reason why you have it. Like God, like put a pinpoint right there. God is trying to show you the things that He has lined up for you or what He can do for you. if you just listen to him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, you might get a $5,000 check, or you might get a free lunch, or you might get a nice pair of shoes or a nice vehicle, or you just keep thinking about this car, keep thinking about this house, keep thinking about this person, or whatever the case may be. But there's a reason.
Yeah.
It's the reason God's trying to talk to you. So
Yeah.
to me, it's huge, brother. It's way bigger than life. The reason being is because I know that's where everything's coming from.
Yeah.
And whatever God has for you, can't nobody curse.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the biggest thing. And I actually have a Matthew 21, verse 22 tatted on me. And whatever you ask for in prayer, you shall receive, as long as you keep faith.
Amen.
So I try to stick by little things like that, and
Yeah.
just try to keep grinding and keep getting closer to God, most importantly.
So this is perfect. Can't make this up.
Mhm.
What does your faith mean to you?
I think it means everything. It means life to me.
Yeah.
I gotta believe. I have to believe. Um, and my dad just actually told me yesterday, uh, work without faith means nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's facts.
Work without faith means
And
nothing.
that's the same thing with prayer. Prayer without work is dead.
It's dead. Like I was talking to, family and a couple people, like you can pray as much as you want. You can pray as much as you want. But that don't necessarily mean you believe what you just prayed for.
Yes, sir.
A lot of people pray because they're told to pray.
Yes.
Or they're told, hey, if you pray, it'll come true. And then they go, Lord, can I please have $100,000?
Yeah.
And then they like,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, where is it?
Yeah.
You gotta meet him halfway.
Yes, sir.
Meet him halfway.
Powerful.
That's it.
Message to your younger self. What would you tell at any point in your life? What would you tell Zion?
You the baddest mother. No, for real. Like,
Yeah.
self-confidence is big.
Yeah.
I used to think about it as to be honest, fun fact, I used to think about self-confidence as arrogance.
Yeah.
It's a level of arrogance,
Yeah.
but I used to think like it was more showboating and more of a disrespect to other people. So
Yeah.
I never really knew how to consistently or properly show self-confidence. I
Yeah.
always had self-confidence.
Yeah.
But when it came to certain people, I never liked to speak about certain things that I might like, just because I don't want it to feel or come off as if I think that I'm better than you.
Yeah.
I'm bigger than you. But people say what they want, they think what they want, they're gonna flip what they want.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, what makes you happy?
Yes.
I don't know. I might buy me a Richard Mille, that might make me happy. Or if I buy my family a house, that might make me happy. You have to do the things that makes you happy. You work hard,
Mm-hmm.
so you don't have to live rough.
Yeah.
And people don't get that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you don't just live stupidly and just spend it all in one go, in one setting.
Yeah.
But you got it. If you got it, okay, just do it. Like, you worked hard, so you don't have to be like, oh my gosh, I just want to treat myself to a nice dinner. Or, oh my gosh, I want to treat myself to a nice watch or a nice necklace.
Yeah.
Go get it, because you work hard for it. So now that you got it, who cares? Who cares what anybody says, because parents gonna have something to say, friends gonna have something to say,
Yeah.
and people that don't know you gonna have something to say.
I'll tell you this. As you start to get older and develop through life a little more, you'll stop worrying about happiness and you'll start focusing more on peace. I'm at a point in my life that I don't give a fuck about happiness.
Exactly.
I love peace. You know what I'm saying? I'm comfortable by myself, and I'm not scared of those thoughts that are gonna come because I'm at peace with myself. I'm not running from anything. I'm not overcompensating with sex or alcohol or none of that stuff because I'm not running from nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm healing. I've healed and I'm still healing, but I'm okay being by myself because that's where God wants you, in solitude.
Bro, social media don't show that.
No. It don't.
Social media got to
It's not
show.
part of the algorithm.
Social media has to show that you have a 50-car garage that's worth almost 100 million, and
Yeah.
you gotta have a house in Hidden Hills, and you
Hmm.
gotta be best friends with Drake.
Yeah.
That's the perfect lifestyle. And it's like, for what?
Yeah. There's no peace in that.
I've been best friends with the two best friends that I had for the past 19 years. I
Wow.
met them at 2.
Wow.
I'm 21. We've been best friends. We talk every single day, and it's crazy because they actually just texted me two
Yeah. Yeah.
seconds ago.
Tell them to subscribe. You know what
Oh,
I'm
they know. They
saying?
know.
They're gonna
They know
tap
what's
in, you
going
know what I'm
on.
saying? But yeah, that's what
And
it's
that's what
about. So,
matters.
things will change as you get older, as you start to mature even more.
Hmm.
Keep God first in your life, and that peace, that's the component right there. That's the missing link that I feel like people that always want to be around people that always, always want to be either hot, you know
Money
what I'm
and
saying?
money don't buy happiness.
No, I don't.
It doesn't. Trust me. It's been times. Let me tell you, bro. It's been times, and I could open up a little bit. It's been times where I've been at my lowest mentally, just because something might have been going on in the family, health wise, or maybe just trying to help a family member out, or whatever the case may be, and I might not be able to do it, or maybe just myself, bro. I've been at the lowest point multiple of times,
Yeah,
and you have a well load on your card. You could swipe wherever, whenever, and get whatever.
yeah,
That didn't make me happy. I didn't care about that. And I
yeah.
felt as if at one point in time, I tried to see what that was like. Like, does it buy you happiness? It buys you distraction.
Thank you.
Money buys distraction.
Yes, sir.
Money is supposed to enhance who you are. Money is not supposed to make who you are.
Yeah,
Like, at the end of the day, I still hang with the same friends that I had, like I said, 19 years ago, and then friends that I had in high school 6 or 7 years ago. We still really close friends, and we don't ever talk about money. If I need $20, they don't care if I'm a millionaire, if I am a dollar heir. If I need $20, bro, I have at least one person I could call on and be like, "Hey, bro, you spot me $20?" Like, I just called my best friend last week. I was like, "Hey, I'm waiting for my card to get in the mail, bro. You mind if you send me $20 and I'll pay you back tomorrow when it gets back?" And he told me, "Bro, what you paying me $20 back for? I don't care about that. Like,
yeah,
you straight, you good, you need more." And I had one other buddy from Maryland. Bro, I remember I was waiting because I had put in, the claim and all that stuff, bro. I hate all this fraud stuff that's going on.
yeah,
But back when it was like really going on, I was waiting for my new card to also come back in the mail.
yeah,
And then they had cause they had closed that account to make a new account and send you a new card and stuff. So I was waiting for everything to be set up. And he's pretty strong faith in God too. And he had hit me up just checking up on me. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm good, bro, but struggling a little bit, just trying to figure this out, like hoggy type. You feel
yeah,
me?" I was like, "You got $50 on you? I get hold and I'll pay you back, bro." I remember this day. It was about 2 days later. He was like, "Hey, you got your account situated yet?" So when I looked at it, I left it for a couple minutes, and I was like, "Damn, I forgot I gotta pay him back." So I was like, "My fault, bro. I didn't, get sorted out yet." And he was like, "Bro, I don't even care about that. I was making sure you straight because I was gonna send you some more type."
yeah, yeah,
And I was like, "Bro, like that's real people.
yeah,
Don't nobody care how much money you have, bro. People care about, are you good?
yeah,
Are you not okay? How can I help?"
yeah,
And that's the type of people I feel like you should always have around. Bro, you could be Jeff Bezos. I promise you, Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk have at least one friend that they could call on because they're human too.
yes,
Their cards decline too.
yeah,
Everybody has technical difficulties. Everybody go through a time when they need to liquidate cash. People go through that. That's a part of life.
yeah,
And I learned that because I know people that's connected to those people. Or
yeah,
I heard him in the conference when he was talking, and somebody asked him in an interview, "Hey, has your card ever declined?" He's like, My card always declines. And
Yeah.
whatever bank he's with is like, because you only have so much money in your account at once,
Yeah.
or whatever's available, or you don't have everything liquidated. Like, I'm not just gonna have whatever $1 billion just sitting in my Chase account, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's stupid.
Yeah. It's not safe. Yeah.
So
Last question. Message to the youth.
find who you are. And what I mean by that, know what makes you happy.
Yeah.
Know what it is that you want to do, but not what somebody else is telling you to do.
Yeah.
Don't allow anybody else to live through you.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool. Take advice, take criticism, learn how to be disciplined, learn how to listen to mom and dad at an early stage.
Yes.
You have to. You have to also trust your gut and build a close relationship with God now that you're young. Because I mean, I don't ever think it's ever too late to build a relationship with God.
Mm-hmm.
But the way this world is going, you just don't know what's possible.
Mm-hmm.
So before it's too late, take advantage of the loved ones and the things that you have now. And I wish that I did when it came to, two friends that I used to play baseball with that I lost.
Mm-hmm.
One was ill, one died. We believe shark attack, but boating accident. We kind of listed that, and
Yeah.
I had a couple of friends that was here, like born and raised in New York. Haven't spoken to them, and the one time I do go to reach out, trying to figure out how come it's been like weeks I ain't hear back. I get a phone call or whatever. Days after I'm trying to reach out, they overdose.
Mm.
So it's like, enjoy your life while you're young.
Yeah.
Don't rush to grow up. Enjoy mommy bathing you, cause it's many nights when I'm tired as hell. I gotta get dragged off the massage table. I wish my mom could still give me a shower.
Yeah.
Wish my nana could still give me a shower. But take advantage of those days. Take advantage of the loved ones. Take advantage of home. And most importantly, take advantage of the freedom and the blessings that you have at such a young age.
Yeah.
Because each generation is growing, and each generation is, more and more is going to be revealed and accessible.
Yeah.
But I feel as if each generation should really and truly take advantage of what they have now,
Yeah.
because there's no promise. Nothing
Yes.
is promised. So take advantage, take advantage, take advantage. Remain faithful, believe. Self-confidence is huge.
Yeah.
Be a leader. If you know that it's physically, mentally, visibly obvious that your friend is not doing the right thing,
Yeah.
like you say, it is totally gangster to say, don't do that.
Yeah.
If they not treating somebody, because I grew up with a handful of guys that they were afraid to tell other dude to knock off because they was bullying somebody, or they was being disrespectful to somebody else, or
Mhm.
people always feel like they have the upper power some way somehow because they have more time or experience, quote
Yeah.
unquote, around a certain environment or area.
Yeah.
None of that stuff matter.
Yeah.
You know, when you know what you know is right, do it, and don't be afraid to share that. Share
Yeah.
love. And I feel like that's what we're missing right now. People think it's soft to
Yeah.
share love.
No. Yeah. We here to keep hope alive. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Spread God's love and do the right thing by ourselves and by our peers. You know what I'm saying? So my brother, my Bahamian brother,
Yes,
thank you
sir.
for your time. For
Thank you
those
for
out
having me.
there, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment.
Y'all know
This is
it.
gonna drop in a couple days, and we're gonna be in touch, brother. Appreciate you.
Thank you, man. Y'all know my boy Zoe, he doing a hell of a thing out here, man, with making sure that kids are being rewarded for doing the right things. And that's powerful.
Yeah, slice of excellence, baby.
Slice of excellence. Shout out to them. Shout out to Domino's for taking care of the kids. Shout out to the kids and the families for staying on the right path. And we'll probably hook something up, but maybe the next family that that has a great week or whatever, a month or however it's set up, I'll probably try to pop out and either try to take them to a dinner or just hop on the call or come out if I'm still out here, and
Yeah, yeah.
we'll hook something up.
That's a fact. That's gonna be a
Hook something
beautiful
up.
thing. I'm definitely hold you to that. You know what I'm
Got to.
saying? Peace.
All right, brother.